I poured my soul into my wife's dream party, but my mother-in-law's betrayal tore my world apart. Her lies crushed me until I made her pay. I'm John, 34, an event planner in Nashville, Tennessee, where 2025 pulses with neon honky-tonks and rooftop bars. My days blur with client calls, venue scouting, and late-night planning, the whiskey's burning guitar strums keeping me grounded. I live for my wife, Nova, and our daughter, Lyra, pouring every dime, $7,000 and 200 hours into Nova's 35th birthday gala. But my mother-in-law, Everly, looms like a storm, her snide jabs about my frivolous job cutting deep. Her shadow hides a betrayal so vile, it nearly broke me. This is my story of heartbreak and revenge. I love Nova with everything I had. She was my anchor, my muse, the reason I dragged myself through Nashville's grind. Her 35th birthday was my chance to prove it, a gala for 150 guests, every detail perfect. I sank $7,000 of our savings into it, spent 200 hours obsessing over velvet tablecloths, fairy lights, and a custom playlist of her favorite indie bands. The scent of fresh peonies and a clink of champagne glasses filled my dreams. This wasn't just a party, it was my vow to her, etched in every choice. But Everly, my mother-in-law, saw it as her battlefield. Everly, 60, was a Nashville socialite with a smile like broken glass. At a family brunch, her eyes glinted like a predator's as she leaned across the table, her lavender perfume choking the air. "John, darling," she purred, "an event planner? It's cute, but you'll never be enough for my Nova." Her words stung, but I swallowed the pain, my coffee turning bitter in my mouth. I'd caught her whispering to Nova before, planting doubts about my unstable career, her voice dripping with fake concern. Once, at Lyra's school recital, she'd bragged about her own gala planning days, dismissing my work as amateur. Each jab carved deeper, but I kept planning, for Nova, for us. I didn't see the storm coming. Everly wasn't just jealous, she was plotting. She resented my bond with Nova, hated how I'd stolen her daughter's loyalty. I'd overhear her on calls, her voice low, scheming with someone about fixing things. I brushed it off as her usual control games. But she was weaving a trap, one so cruel it would shred my family and my name. The gala was her stage, and I was her target. "You're nothing without my daughter," she'd sneered at me once, her diamond earrings catching the light like tiny knives. I thought it was just talk. I was wrong. Something unimaginable was coming, a betrayal that would make my heart bleed and my soul scream for justice. The gala was magic, Nashville's skyline glittering, peonies glowing under chandeliers, Nova radiant in her emerald dress. My heart swelled as guests toasted her, their laughter mingling with indie riffs. Then, the screens flickered. A video roared to life, projected across the venue's massive walls, grainy footage of me, or someone who looked like me, with another woman, whispering in a dim bar. Text overlays screamed, "John's affair," and stole $7,000 from Nova's party fund. The crowd gasped, their eyes stabbing me. Everly stepped forward, her voice venomous. "John's a liar who betrayed my Nova. He's a thief, a fraud." My world shattered. My chest tightened, breaths shallow, like drowning in ice. Nova's tear-streaked face turned to me, her lips trembling with a question she couldn't voice. Lyra clung to her, confused, her tiny hands shaking. The whispers of 150 guests, friends, clients, family, sliced like razors. How could he? Poor Nova. Everly's smug gaze burned into me, her diamond earrings glinting like daggers. I wanted to scream, to rip the screens down, but my legs were lead, my voice a choked gasp. The video was a lie, a forgery, but it looked so real. My reputation, my marriage, my daughter's trust, everything hung by a thread. Everly had orchestrated this, her betrayal unimaginable. She didn't just want to humiliate me, she wanted to erase me from Nova's life, to paint me as a monster. My hands clenched, nails biting my palms, as rage and heartbreak collided. I couldn't let her win. Not like this. Not in front of everyone I loved. Something snapped inside me, a spark of defiance. She'd lit the fire, but I'd make her burn. My heart was a bleeding wound, but I wouldn't let Everly destroy me. In the gala's aftermath, I stumbled to my office, Nashville's skyline a blur through tear-streaked eyes. The forged video looped in my mind, Nova's broken gaze searing my soul. I had to fight back, not with screams, but with precision. My hands trembled as I dialed Xander, my tech-savvy friend, his voice a lifeline in the dark. "John, we'll nail her," he said, already hacking into the video's metadata. Sweat beaded on my brow, the hum of my laptop like a war drum. Xander uncovered the truth. Everly had hired a dark web hacker to craft the fake video, using doctored footage and stolen bank records to frame me. We found her texts to the hacker, buried in an encrypted app, her words chilling, "Make John look like scum. Break them." My stomach churned, but rage steadied me. I planned a counterstrike, syncing with Quinn, a Nashville influencer with 500,000 followers. "This goes live tonight," Quinn texted, her excitement electric. I sent her the evidence, my fingers shaking on the keyboard, the city's neon pulse outside mirroring my resolve. Every step was calculated. I contacted Nova's cousin, Lila, who'd overheard Everly's scheming weeks ago. Her testimony, paired with Xander's data, was dynamite. I arranged for the gala's second half to be live-streamed, Quinn's platform amplifying the reveal. The air felt thick, charged, as I envisioned Everly's face when her lies crumbled. My voice was hoarse, my chest raw, but I stood taller. This wasn't just revenge, it was justice. Everly thought she'd buried me, but I was rising, ready to ignite a reckoning that would sear her world to ash. Everly's empire began to crack, and I felt the tremors. As the gala's second half loomed, my phone buzzed with her frantic texts. "John, you can't prove anything. Stop this." Her words, once venomous, now reeked of desperation. Voicemails followed, her voice shrill, cracking like thin ice. "You'll ruin everything, you nobody." I stayed silent, my pulse pounding, the Nashville skyline's neon glow casting jagged shadows across my office. Each notification was a pulse of her panic, and I let it build, my restraint a blade sharper than her lies. Quinn's live stream teasers lit up social media, cryptic posts hinting at a gala bombshell. Comments exploded. "What's John got? Everly's done." Guests at the venue whispered, their anticipation electric, the air thick with clinking glasses and nervous laughter. Xander sent me a screenshot. Everly's hacker had ghosted her, leaving her exposed. My phone vibrated again, Everly's final text, "You'll regret this." I didn't reply. My silence screamed louder, my heartbreak fueling a cold, unshakable resolve. The scent of my coffee, now cold, mixed with the venue's distant peony fragrance, grounding me in the chaos. Everly's mascara-streaked face flashed in my mind, her smugness unraveling as Quinn's stream went live. I imagined her in the crowd, clutching her pearls, her socialite mask slipping. The tension was suffocating, each second a heartbeat closer to her reckoning. I stood in the venue's shadows, my breath steady, eyes locked on the screens. Everly thought she'd broken me, but she'd miscalculated. Nashville's pulse thrummed through me, raw and alive, as I prepared to flip her world upside down. The stage was set, the truth loaded, and her downfall was seconds away from going viral. The gala's lights dimmed, Nashville's skyline a silent witness. I nodded to Quinn, her phone lid streaming to thousands. The venue's massive screens flared to life, not with Everly's lies, but my truth. Xander's voice boomed, narrating damning evidence. Everly's texts to her hacker, "Make John look like scum," flashed in bold. Lila's recorded testimony followed, her voice steady. Everly planned it all to destroy him. The crowd gasped, 150 faces lit by the screen's glow, their murmurs rising like a tide. Everly stood frozen, her face paling under the chandeliers, mascara streaking like black rivers. I stepped back, my heart a bruised fist, letting the truth speak. The screen showed the hacker's metadata, timestamps proving the video was fake. Quinn's live chat erupted, "Everly's finished. John's a king." Her followers amplifying the chaos. Guests turned on Everly, their boos sharp, slicing through the peony-scented air. She clutched her purse, eyes darting like a trapped animal, her diamond earrings dull in the spotlight. One socialite whispered, "She's done in Nashville." Another turned away, cold. Everly's sabotage, meant to ruin my party, had backfired, torching her reputation instead. I said nothing, my silence louder than her screams. Nova's hand found mine, her tears now for Everly's betrayal, not mine. The crowd's cheers washed over me, bittersweet, as Lyra hugged my leg, her warmth grounding my pain. Everly fled, heels clacking, the venue's doors slamming shut on her reign. Quinn's stream hit 10,000 views, the internet feasting on her downfall. My revenge wasn't loud, it was surgical, public, and final. Everly thought she'd buried me, but I'd turned her stage into her grave, and Nashville watched her fall. Everly's world collapsed like ash in the wind. Nova banned her from our lives, her voice firm, "You're not near Lyra again." Everly's Nashville socialite circle turned to ice, invitations drying up, her name a whisper of disgrace. Quinn's viral stream hit 50,000 views, comments branding her a toxic liar. Her charity board seat vanished, her legacy erased. I felt no joy, only a hollow ache. Her betrayal had scarred us too deeply. The gala's peony scent lingered in my memory, now tainted by her venom. Holding Lyra under Nashville's starlit skies, I reflected. Everly's lies tested my soul, but truth held stronger. I'd fought not for vengeance, but for my family, for authenticity, a value that defines us in 2025. The city's soft breeze carried guitar riffs, soothing my wounds. I was still broken, but rebuilding. Betrayal cuts deep, I learned, but surviving it forges a tougher heart. Nova's hand in mine, Lyra's giggle, these were my anchors now. I stood taller, not because I crushed Everly, but because I rose above her poison. The scars remain, but they remind me, truth doesn't just win, it rebuilds you, stronger, ready for whatever comes next. I'm John, and I found peace in Nashville's quiet nights. Lyra's giggles, Nova's warm embrace, and the soft strum of street guitars heal my heart's cracks. Everly's betrayal nearly broke me, but truth won. Stand firm in your truth, it outshines deceit every time. Have you faced a family betrayal? How did you rise? Drop your story in the comments, I read them all. Subscribe for more raw tales of heartbreak and triumph, and join our community. Life scars us, but it also shapes us. Keep fighting, keep loving. You're stronger than you know.